Hello guys, it's me Erdos12 and today we're doing another part 4 of attachments, and then we're going to be transitioning into part 1 of packages. Now you may have heard last time that we were going to do packages all the way through, but unfortunately that's not the case. Because there is one thing we forgot in general. I think I have to remember what it is. Let me look through this and actually see what we forgot, because I know it's something that we had to do. It's not just attachment stats, but it's also like, let me think for a minute. Recoil? No, it wasn't recoil. Something dealing with attachments. Oh, right. We're going to just finish up attachments today. So the next thing I'm going to do is actually the package view, and yeah. But the first thing I want to do is I'm going to work on the appearance. So I'm going to finish up the attachments. So let's find the attachments, or the attachments list, that is. So I'm going to go into settings and find attachments, and then I'm going to do I'm going to take PSO1 scope and I'm going to put something on it. So I'm going to do the scope, or actually a scope that can only fit on AKs and Dragunovs. Fit on AKs and Dragunov rifles. Alright, and there you go. Basically, the Dragunov or PSO1 scope is actually an AK/Dragunov scope, meaning that whenever you apply it, you can only apply it to the Dragunov, the AK-47, the AK-74, I believe. Any AK you can put it on, but you can't put it on anything other than a Dragunov or AK. So anyways, let's just show you what we've got so far in terms of this. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to go to, let's just say, assault, go to the SCAR-L, leafy, attachments is what I'm going to pick. So here you go. PSO ×4 scope. A scope that can only fit on AKs and Dragunov rifles. As you can see here, the scope will not be able to fit on the SCAR-H because it's made by Eppenhurst, but it can probably go on other things. And it also has its own integrated rail, which is cool. So let's see if we can put the EOTech sight on there, and we are able to do that, interestingly enough. ACOG can also go there, but maybe I'll just stick with the EOTech because it's better. Put a suppressor on. And by the way, another thing you may know, or may not know, is that I also applied with this GUI on hidden depths, which is, it's hard work. And as you can see, I can fire this. So let me turn up my audio real quick, or desktop audio, and actually show you what I mean. And then I'm going to you heard that, right? That's a suppressed sound. So it's good. Now if I wanted to clear, like I said last time, if I wanted to clear my attachments, boom, it's done. It clears attachments and camos. So now we've got the same weapon, just no attachments, nothing on it. Now another thing I want to do with attachments is I want to actually make it so that they because I'm trying to see if we can do this for the M60. Yeah, the M60, right. The M60. I always forget about the M60. Now, in Phantom Forces, the M60 is usually the most hated gun. In this game, it's actually going to be pretty useful, especially against the AIs. You need to have a heavy LMG to work with. So I'm going to go to M60, find the aim part, and then I'm going to duplicate it. And I'm going to make that the sight node. I could just put it down here. And in fact, what I'm going to do is find the actual sight, not the lever, the sight, and make that transparent. So let's see if we can find the sight. I think it's in detail. Yep, there it is. Let's see if we can make it transparent. And what does that do? It doesn't do much. I think the lid is right here. Hold on, let me check the hinge. Check for the hinge. Oh, well, the hinge is fine. It's just this thing right here that we got to get rid of. So that is actually going to be called main sight, because it's what's used to actually like see down the sights. And then you've got this thing down here, which I don't know what it is, but I'm going to find out pretty soon. Like you've got fake bolts, you've got lid hinges, stuff like that. Like this LMG is pretty complex, just put it that way. I don't know if there's a camo on this, probably not. But I know it has something to do with detail. Part, barrel, fake bolt. The fake bolt, is that really the fake bolt? I think I'm going to name it main sight. There we go. Because this is going to actually be hidden. Like this. So where, if you were to aim down the sights of the M60, like, you'd still be able to use a EOTech sight, but it would just be in a different way, per se. So, you know how that goes. Anyways, I am going to actually have to do something real quick. Just give me a second to turn on live actions and announce the stream. Yeah, it's the same thing, but who cares? Anyways, back to work on this. It's not important. So the hinge is right here, as you can see, and then you got the lid. It's not really that bad of an idea. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to like take the main sights and make them visible again. These are the main sights. So that's like, the iron sight and stuff like that, whatever's on the M60. Now here, right here is the sight node. That's the part where you actually like have the sight. So I'm gonna like downsize the size to 0.1, 0.1, oops, 0.1. So that it's easier to manage this kind of thing. Because you gotta remember, EOTech sights on an M60 aren't very easy to put on. So then I'll just do that, and then the next thing I'll do is I'm going to actually have to add in stay, since we want to make sure the sight is, or actually we don't need stay. I think it's fine. Anyways, I'm going to be naming this sight node. And sight node basically means that you're using it for like a sight or a scope, which is usually not that hard to work with. But you know how it is. So, yeah, sight node. And the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to probably work on making the I think this is good the way it is, the site node. But the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work on maybe a underbarrel node. But for right now, let's just worry about the sights of the M60. So I'm going to put that on, and then like I'll put that in the gun models again. And by the way, the M60 is going to have a major change when this comes out. I'm really tired right now. Something's making me sleepy. But who cares? Got work to do. Anyways, in order to see the M60, we go to, I think, Shock. Go to LMG, select. I think I'm going to put a leafy camo on it. And then I'm going to let's see. Oh wow, I got rid of the camo. Now I might do something cool with the lid. So if it's a site node, this is PSO. PSO doesn't go on the M60. Clear that. I'm gonna have restrictions in here so that you know like what you can't do and what you can do. Like if I put the EOTech on the M60, how would it look? It would look like that, right? Wish you could actually zoom in and make it bigger. You know, like actually increase the field of view. But then like, let's see, we got the M60 suppressor. And by the way, the customization should actually be recorded. That's another thing we did not get to in the past 3 streams, which was the it's one thing we didn't get to at all in the past 3 streams, which was the I forgot what it actually was. But I know it's some. Oh wow, stream is unstable. That's weird. It's not good. Poor network connection detected. No, I'll just close this and probably close this LMG trials thing, which I've been working on, as well as GIMP. And yeah. And I'm also going to see if I can close a few windows here. Maybe that too, and that, and that, and this. There we go. I think I should fix the stream a bit. Let me know if there's any problems in the chat, and I'll see if I can fix it. But right now, I'm going to be worried about actually getting this done. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm probably going to work on saving the attachments. That's the one thing we did not cover in the past 3 streams. And I don't get why the hell we didn't, because I'm telling you, if we had covered that instead of doing the character model, we wouldn't be having all these problems. We wouldn't be having to do a 4th part of something that could have been done in 2 parts, or 3, depending on what you got. So, let's just get started on that. So the first thing I'm going to do, if I'm going to make this work, is I'm going to have to actually make a metatable based structure. And probably, I think I'm going to put this in inventory service first, and actually rename it to attachment. Yeah. So then I'm going to do inventory service.attachment. Attachment. So I can keep everything organized equals require script.attachment. And then the next thing I'll do to fix the menu for sure is this. Take this and go to, let's see, local gun attachment. Or actually, wait. We don't even need that. We'll just use the table. Gun attachments. Inventory service. That gun attachment. declare weapon, and then the same thing here. Inventory service.gun attachment. Or is it gun attachment? Hold on, let me check. I think it's an inventory service. It's attachment. It's not gun attachment, it's attachment, period. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to go to the appearance controller and do attachment. Like this. It's basically easier for me to actually do this because then like everything is still organized. Because you know I like to keep my stuff organized in a certain way so it's functional, but also it has its like, you know, still makes sense in a way. So in here I'm going to do require gain replicated storage inventory service dot attachment, and basically that'll like localize that to where you've got all of this. So will it work is what I wonder, right? Because when you have something that doesn't work, it's not really a good thing to have. Just put it that way. It's a good thing to fix, but not to have. So let's see, we're going to go back to the M60. Alright, here's the LMG, put the camo on there, go to this thing, go to attachments, put on an EOTech, and it works apparently because I can put my EOTech site on there, and if I clear my customizations, it goes back to its normal state. That's what you want when you make something like this, because you don't want something that's just not going to work. Now, with that being said, let's actually get to the part where we're going to make this work. Go to inventory service. I'm going to add in a module script, and I'm going to call the module script attachment catch. Basically, before I even get further into it, I'm going to explain what attachment catch really is. Attachment catch is basically a system where, sort of like local storage in browsers. And if you don't know what local storage is, it's basically like data stores, but it's for your client. Meaning, the data is mainly stored on the client. It's not stored on the server. If you want to store data on the server, you use a MySQL database, any SQL or NoSQL database that's known, you would use that to store server-side data. This only stores client-sided data, meaning it's cached in the client, but it has to be sent over to the server and then sanitized for anything that could be malicious in order for it to work, because there's going to be a few format guidelines when making this thing. So let's actually get started on doing that. So I'm going to do this, and then local attachment catch, and there's also going to be a camo catch, which I'm going to make soon too, equals this attachment catch dot new. So actually I'm going to not do something like that. Function attachment catch dot new, and in fact we got to do index as well. So let's see here if we can do that. So attachment catch, so it'd be like local ATTCACHE equals this, and then ATTCHC or attachment catch at catch dot say items, or actually attachments equals this. Now on this you have like tables instead. So let's see if we can do that. Underbarrel equals nil. This is all the slots that you have, so it's going to be based on slots. Underbarrel, barrel equals nil, and then optics equals nil. So then you have all these, and then the next thing you would do is attachment catch dot weapon equals args1. Now if you're wondering why aren't you putting args in there, I'm going to do local args, because you have to supply a weapon, equals this. And then you would do the var args. Now var args is really useful in this case because you're going to actually have to work with many different arguments for this. So let's see. Attachment catch dot, let's say, I want to have a timestamp on this, but I think I'm going to actually keep it like this. Anyways, I'm going to do return set meta table at catch, and then do attachment catch. So then we're going to actually do function attachment catch dot, or actually, yeah, dot index, like that. Or actually we can do index, and then we're going to do k and v. So if k were actually self, and we don't need v because it's not for that, and if self dot attachments, and then you have k, then return self.attachments k. So actually this is what I'm going to do instead of doing that, because that can cause a serious issue. If I'm not mistaken, there's a such thing known as a C stack overflow. And let me tell you what that is. C stack overflow basically is when it's like a stack overflow in Lua, where you're like constantly recursing through something, but it's in the C structure. So basically this Lua is based off of C++ or C. Actually it's C++. It could be based off of either one, but anyways, it's based off of one of those. And in that case, you want to make sure your code doesn't cause a C stack overflow, because then it could crash something. So yeah, like a stack overflow is basically when you're recursing so much to the point where it just causes a big error and a big mess. So you want to be careful with that. So local attachments, that's what I'm going to do, equals raw get. Here's a way to fix it. So raw get self attachments, and then I'll do if attachments k, return attachments k. Now I'm going to see if it works. It might actually freeze Studio. Heck if I know if it's actually going to do that. So then I'm going to do return attachment catch for now, just to like keep it on the safe side. So yeah. Print attachment catch, or actually let's see, require attachment cache, or actually game storage inventory service attachment cache, and then new, and then we do let's just say game storage item storage guns m60 or m4 clone, and then underbarrel. What does that give us? Nil. Now I'm actually going to have to work with Notepad on this one, so I'm going to do that. Just take this code here and put it in. So then I'll do local at catch. Now you can't see it because it's not in the window, but I am going to show you the code in the command bar so that you can be able to see it. Like basically this is a script that I'm trying to write in which will allow me to test this out and see how efficient this is. So then I'll do M4. So let me just copy this. M4 equals that. Local underbarrel equals this. And then you have to supply a name, which will equal hollow site. And you would have to supply, I think, the state or active, which is false. And then that will be there. So then I'll do print, or actually local AC equals attach catch, or at catch.new, and then we do M4. So then I'll do AC dot underbarrel. So AC dot, I think it's called attachments dot underbarrel. Just tell me if it's right by looking at the window and then tell me in the chat. Equals underbarrel. Okay, and then I think it should be good. Let's put the script in and see how it works. Yep, it's a table. It apparently works. So in that case, if it works, then we know what that means. That means we can use it. So, what I'm going to do next is this. I'm actually going to work with the attachment system. Like, I'm going to actually add in some functions. So else if k equals, let me think for a minute, attachment lower, we'll add attachment, then return function attachment name, and then we have to do active. So let's see, we do at catch, and in fact, yes. Here's what we're going to have to do in order for me to make this work. I'm going to have to look at the wiki real quick, and I will be right back when I've actually gotten some information on meta tables that will actually help. So yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Yeah, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I've got my information. So instead of using the function that's defined in the index thing, or the index meter method, I'm actually going to do something else with it. So here's what I'm going to do. Instead of that, here's what I've gotten from my information. Function attachment catch concat, and that will be V. So in that case, I'm going to look at the wiki again, and I'm going to have to use the value here. So basically I want to do this. If V, or actually if type of V equals table, then let's see, if, and then we're going to do if V dot attachment name, then, and then we'll do, well actually wait, here's what we'll do. V dot attachment name and V dot active. Then we do this. We do at catch dot attachments, or actually wait a minute, these attachments have a certain way of doing it, and this is not an array. So I was thinking about this for a minute, like, and then I was like, wait a minute, what am I doing? So I'm actually going to have to look at the programming in Lua book real quick to see what else I can do besides that, because unfortunately that's not the way to do it. So then, yeah, I mean, sheesh. So this is what I'm thinking. Instead of doing that, the concat, we're actually going to do this instead. Function attachment catch new index. So basically KV if attachment catch. Let's see here, what do we got? So I'm going to do local attachments equals raw get self attachments like before, and then the next thing we'll do is attachments. Now these are the attachments, like you set them in a catch like this, but it's like local storage, but then again it's different in a way because it's like a set thing. So in this case I'm going to do if attachments K, then return, or actually not that, so then attachments K, then if, and in fact not that. I'm actually going to do something else with this. So if this is the case, if type of V equals table, then we do all of that, and then we do attachments, and then we do V, or actually K equals V. So then v.active does not equal nil. I'm going to set it to this so that you can see that this is supposed to be a boolean, not a nil value. So then we go over here and we do oh wow, this is weird. So basically what just happened was the thing must have did something. Okay, now I see where it's at. So then we got that, and raw set self attachments. So basically that will solve that, and done. So basically you go put in the K right here, and oh yeah, I forgot one thing. If v.attachment type, then end attachments v.attachment type. If k equals new attachment, then we do that. So I'll end it like that. And then we do k equals new attachment. Basically, you just set it to whatever it's equal. Or how about just attachment change? Because it's more specific to like what it should be, which is an attachment change. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is this. You set the attachments, we don't set the weapon, so we do else error can only set attachments or set new attachment. Something like that, and then we're done with that. So then I'm going to do function actually, I think I can do something else that doesn't involve new index. It's actually going to be call instead. Let's see, k, v, k, arguments. So then I'll do that, and let's see, action. Actually, it's going to be action. Action equals add attachment. Local args equals this. And just add an n like that, and then we're just going to do, let's just say we do args1, or actually args2, and type of args2 equals string. Then here's what happens. So we're going to take that and we're going to do our, okay, local v equals args2, and then just get rid of this, keep it like this, and then we just do that, yeah. RX1. If you can't see my cursor, it's probably because of this thing. So yeah, and basically it does that. You just call it, and it will do what it's supposed to do. So yeah. Anyways, that's the attachment catch done for now. The next thing I'm going to possibly do is that I am going to work on something. I'm just gotta figure out what it should be. Man, it's kind of hard. But it's okay. Sheesh. Anyways, hold on for a sec. Yeah. Anyways, that's part of it. Now the next part I'm going to do is that I am going to work on... Oh, right. I know what I was supposed to work on. I was supposed to work on this, the attachment catch being implemented. So, I'm going to do local at catch, or actually attachment catch, equals require script attachment catch. This is so they can't, like, you know, do stuff with it. And then we do like function inventory service create attachment catch, and then we do like the args here, and then return attachment catch.new args, and done. So then that's what you put in, and then for this I'm going to do the catch itself. And I'm like, wait a minute, how do you do this? So yeah, well, luckily there's this binding service and bindables. So what I'm going to do next is that I am going to probably, yeah, let me just see if I can fix that for a minute. So then I'll do local, yeah, let me get rid of this, local catch, catches equals this, and then we just do that, and then function catches add weapon. So then I'll do function catches add weapon, weapon name, or actually you have to supply the weapon, to be honest. Or actually the weapon name is better. So in that case, I'm actually going to use the weapon instead. If weapon is a tool, then if weapon, or actually not weapon, if game that replicates storage, item storage, or actually wait, I think I got an idea. Local item storage equals require gain of storage item storage. So then if item storage and then we'll do, I think it's in here, get new item. So then it'll be like, hold on, let me just find the script. If item storage find or get new item, okay, I think we got that. Get new item, weapon dot name, then catches weapon equals table, then we do attachments. For now it's just going to be attachments equals inventory service create attachment catch weapon, and then that's it. So now we did that. So then we're going to add another function, catches get attachment from catch, and then you do weapon, and then you do slot. So then you get that, and then you return, or actually you do if catches weapon slot, then catches, alright, return catches weapon slot. So basically what this all is doing is that it's allowing me to like not only be able to add my own weapon or catch for a weapon, but I'll also be able to get the actual like data and stuff. So basically you get the attachment, which is the table in this case, instead of the attachment object from the slot. So now what that means is this. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to do if weapon, and then do, see, we added the weapon, and then we do local attachment stub equals catches get attachment from catch weapon, and then we do, let's see, slot. I think I'm going to have to make this a for loop later, but I'm just going to show you an example. Optics. So then if we look up here, what we did was we got the weapon and slot. If attachment stub, then, but first let's do this. If not catches weapon, then catches add weapon, weapon. So then I'll do attachment stub, then local attachment equals attachment, actually attachments list, and then we do attachment stub dot name. Then we're going to do attachment, say, oh wait, right. New attachment. So let me just space this out. New attachment, and then we do new attachment, apply, weapon image, new attachment, apply, weapon. And now that I've done that, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to probably work on the saving of the whatever you've done. So basically we're going to do, I think it's up here, but it's supposed to be where you can like add the attachment. So then I'm going to do see, attachments, attachment button.name, do preview, and then what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to do the I'm going to not do, but like I'm going to add the function call for this. So it'll be catches, get attachment from catch, or actually I'm going to do this. Function catches set attachment slot, and then you do weapon slot attachment, and then we will do this. Catches weapon slot equals this table. So then if we do that, oh wait, forgot one thing. Attachments. And then we're going to do the same thing here. Attachments slot. So then we're going to do this over here. Attachment slot equals that. So we'll equal, or actually we can do this. Attachments, and then we'll do according to try to find out where the attachment catch is. There it is. So we're going to do this action add attachment, and in this case we're going to do attachment, and then we'll do the table right there, and then we got to have the arguments. So it's going to be like this. So it's going to be slot, and then we'll do name equals, or actually, yeah, name. It's supposed to be name instead of attachment name. That way you can read it better. So we got that, and then active. So in that case, let's go, I think here, name equals, or actually, yeah, attachment dot name active equals attachment dot active, and there we have it. We've got ourselves a function to set the catch or the attachment slot. So in that case, we'll do catches set attachment slot, and the next thing we'll do is we'll do weapon, and then we'll do like, I think it's supposed to be v.slot, or actually let's look at the attachment thing real quick. So it says slot, oh yeah, slot, and then we'll do v the attachment, and boom, there we go, we have it. So the next thing I'll do is I will probably test it and see how it works. So let's do it. So now we have the classes. I'm going to select the ScarL. Then I'll add on the leafy camo. Go to attachments. Add the EOTech. And there's that. So now, let's see what happens when we scroll back. And still nothing happens. Which is not really good, but I'm going to fix that. So now, what I'll have to do is I'll have to take this, put it down here, and done. That should fix it. I'm going to go to Assault, and then select the camo, select an attachment, probably put on the EOTech, scroll back, select it again, and it still doesn't work. Interesting. Guess the catch never appeared. Well, let's just see what we got so far. So the catches are really not doing too well in terms of this. So let's see, we've got set attachment slot, get attachment from catch, add weapon, and yeah. So trying to think of what to do here. Oh, right. That was if you click the other button, so that means you gotta like do this instead. So then I'm gonna have to like do add button dot mouse button one click connect function, and then we do catches set attachment slot. And I know what you may be thinking, that it might leak. It's not going to leak because it gets destroyed every time you like scroll back to this view or like do something else. So then I'll do M60, or actually not even the M60. I'm going to do the ScarL instead. Go here, put on graffiti, put on the attachment. Oh wow, I've never refrain. That's right. What am I doing? Use button. So basically I'm going to do use button instead. And then I'm going to do ScarL, thumbnail, attachments, add on the EOTech, scroll back, and it still does nothing. Interesting. So what actually happened here was that, I mean, it said set attachment slot, and I did all of that. So I wonder, what does it take to actually get it done right? So in that case, I'm gonna like figure out what happened. Mainly it's the optics. So I got this here, and then we have the attachment name. Yeah, if attachment stub, then we get the attachment from here and stuff. So it's kind of weird why that didn't happen. So, oh yeah, forgot. I'm supposed to add the weapon. So I'm going to do that. New attachment, add weapon. And then we do that. We just test it, see how it works. And I might even add music a little later. So, attachments, EOTech, go back. Still not there. I don't get it. Like, what happened? It's kind of weird why it would not set the weapon and stuff. So let's just look at it again. As you can see here, it's got the weapon image, weapon.name. Interesting. Oh, wait. Is this 3 letters? It should only be 2. Get attachment from catch. And the get attachment from catch is like this. So we've got that weapon slot, and so if it's a tool, then we do that. So I'm going to find out where it's at. Current weapon. So now I'm going to just put current weapon in there. See if that works. And then you just do that. So then I'll just like maybe go to the ScarL instead. Go to attachments, and the EOTech, go back. Why is the loadout packages thing here? Let me do that again, and it's still not there. Isn't that sad? And it's still not there. It's just, it's weird, if you ask me. It's really weird. Like, I don't get it. Anyways, I think I'm going to actually have to try and see what I can do in terms of this. Like, it says catches, but the attachments and everything is just not there. Sheesh. So, what do we do? So then we got attachments, which is in the catch. And then we've got the slot, which is optics, but you know how it is. So then I'm going to have to go to create attachment catch. I think it's right here. Turn attachment catch like new. So then we did that. We did the weapon, the attachments. So then if K is that, then what happened? That's what I wonder. What happened? Exactly. So let's look at this again. Active is false. It's not nil. So then slot is there, add attachment, and all. And then we've got the attachment.name, and then the attachment.active. So let's see, add attachment. We did that, right? So then catches and then weapon, which is supposed to be in the slot, is right there. So then what happened? So I don't get what happened. Exactly what happened. We got V, a V.slot. We got weapon. This doesn't make sense to me. So, trying to think what else could I do to fix this, but I honestly don't know, to be honest. So, yeah. I think I'm gonna have to fix it. Let's just see what we can do here. So we've got attachment slot, and we've got attachment stub, which is this. I can just find out where the attachment thing is, of the attach. So we've got the slot, weapon, got attachments, and then the slot. So yeah, maybe I'll just return that. And see what happens. And actually I got an idea. So for the appearance, I'm going to do, I'll just print out this. And I'm sorry if there's a lot of noise. It's the outside. Who knew that a truck could make so much noise? Anyways, I want to do attachment stub.name. And then do this. Oh, no value. I'm just going to print it instead. See where it goes. Maybe if I print it, everything will be much better in terms of this kind of thing. So then I'll do primary. Put on the camo. And then add an attachment. So then we did that. Can't really double click it. Still nil. Interesting how it's all nil and nothing else. So I wonder what I did wrong. Attaches, add, or set attachment. Did that. Right? Should be down here. So then we did that. Current weapon. So then I'll just do that. And I'm going to add a camo. Then do the same thing. Still does nothing. So what I'm trying to actually get at here is trying to make this versatile, but it's just not working for me. So so I'm just gonna like try to see if I can fix it. So in that case, I mean, sheesh. The attachment stuff should be here. Everything is nil, basically. And let's just see if we can fix that. So I'm going to go to attachment catch, if I can find it in my thing, if it equals this, and then attachments should be that, equals V. args2 is V. Oh wait, args2 shouldn't have been a string. My mistake. That should have been args1. And there's going to be an issue probably with the like catch, because of the way like the attachments are like put in and stuff. So now we've got that. And then I'm going to switch over. Still nil. I don't think that actually played a part, but it shouldn't have. So let's just see what the attachments catch was like. Yeah, it had the index and stuff. And it still has optics in there, but it's nil. So, what do you do? Oh yeah. If this is this, and if active isn't nil, and name isn't nil, then, I mean, I don't know what to say. It's crazy. Just put it that way. So, I've got raw set, attachments. I don't honestly understand what happened, but if you guys want to like help out and like tell me in the chat what I've done wrong, you can. But for right now, I'm just gonna like figure out how to fix it. Hold on. See, it says raw set and then there's raw get. So then, I think I haven't tried this yet, but args1 should have been a string. args2 should have been a table. V is args2. So this is name, this is active. Attachments, this is this. And then you've got raw set. So what I tried to do was, hold on, I think I got an idea. I'm gonna go to the appearance creator again, see if I can like fix it. So we've got catches here, and then we've got catches add weapon. So catches weapon is this. So let's print that. Hold on, let me just find out where it's at. Print catches current weapon. Press play so that you can see it. And yeah, that's a table right there. The other thing is nil. So then we want to go here, add the attachment, try it again, still does nothing. Sorry about that, guys. So, I'm trying to figure this out, but I guess it's like a problem. I mean, I don't know what to do, honestly. But, I'm trying to still figure it out. Like, I'm trying to get it running. So let's see, we've got the attachment stub, which is up here. So it's catches weapon dot attachments slot. That's interesting. So it's like the attachments is here. Yeah, and then the slot is right here. Right? So what did I do, honestly? Okay. So then, did I call a function or something? I think I'm going to actually print the attachment. Like, not the attachment itself, but the name of the weaponry, or whatever it is. Anyways, I'm going to actually, like, see if I can do this, 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 and then this. Output says hollow site, right? So that's a hollow site. And it's still nil. Like, look at this. Attachment.name is already there. But then, what exactly am I doing? Action? Oh, wait. I think I'm trying to figure this out in the wrong way. I mean, let's just see if we can print args2.name, v.name. I'm going to try that instead, and I'll see what happens. Go to attachments, add this. Oh, okay, so it's a hollow site. And it's still nil. But I added the hollow site already. So, wait a minute. I think I know the problem now. So it's self that attachments, attachment, or actually not attachment. Args1 equals v. And then we'll just get rid of this. So basically what I just did there is fix the problem in a way. So yeah. Anyways, I'm probably gonna like do a few things. So I'm gonna like just, well, sorry if I'm boring right now, but it's kind of hard to speak when you're just taking your meds. Anyways, let's just see if this works. Hollow site, and it still says nil. I don't get it. It says nil all the time. Yet I've done something about it. So, what does that mean? Well, there is one way to do this. Oh yeah, weapon and attachment. So I'm going to do attachment.slot. Attachment.slot. Instead, let's just put in the attachment, and it should be good. So that means if I'm going to do something about it, I just get rid of v.slot and just put in v. So yeah, see if we can do that. Take the primary and Get the SCARL, Leafy, attachments, EOTech, go back, still the same thing. It was supposed to work, but I honestly don't know what happened. And that was the, if you're seeing that on the screen, that's probably the old game that I was working on. Anyways, let me just get back to work for a minute. I'm gonna actually have to fix this. So let's see. This default site still is there, but I think, let me just check. So yeah, I mean the weapons, everything is, it's not really what it's supposed to be, but yeah, maybe it's because this is not Cash's weapon. Then we just do that. So now I can like work with this. So let me just use the primary, or just get to the primary actually. Leafy, attachments, EOTech holosite, use, and it's still erasing everything. But actually, it worked. Surprisingly, it worked. I think I might have fixed it. So, attachment slot, gun is a tool, self.slot. So then, in that case, that means that the current attachment, and then you got gun is a. So then what's actually happening here? Let's see what we got. So then we have the attachments list, and then attachment stub.name. So then we have that, and then we added the weapon to it. So then we do new attachment, add weapon, and new attachment apply, which is weird. Oh wait, object 3D. Forgot about that. Whenever you're doing stuff with module 3D, you want to have like this if you're going to use the object itself. Anyways, I'm going to get back to work and I'm going to actually finish this. So I'm going to do assault right there. Put on the BMW stripes camo, add in the attachment, and oh, argument 1 missing or nil. Let's see, main part, oh yeah, the main part name. Forgot about that. So I'm going to have to put that in. Attachment. Actually, it should be handle, since it works from the handle. Same thing with this. Handle. And boom. There you go. So, we got that. And the next thing I'm going to do, for the testing part of this, or after this, actually, I'm going to like work on the other parts of the attachment catch, which is like the optics, the barrel, the underbarrel. Put this on, and it's there, as you can see. So that's good. It's working now. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work on actually finishing up this. So let's get started on finishing this up. So in this case, I'm going to do for slot in pairs optics barrel under barrel oops, let me just back that up a little bit. Do. Now we put this in. And then we do like, well, let me just get to this and do slot. And there you have it. Oh, and another thing. If new attachment dot active, then, in fact, I'm going to have to go here and check it, see if it actually is active. Go down here. So then I'll just do active or not self-active. Active. So then we'll just do like that, active or not self-active. Not active and whatnot. So then if I do that, you can like add it in and stuff in case you want to like set it to be active. So new attachment, do preview weapon image, and then new attachment dot active, or actually attachment stub dot active. So then we got that, and now that's done. So now if I were to test out the system, I would do scarl, maybe add a camo and attachment, night laser, turn it on, put a suppressor on here, and then just do that. It would still save your attachments, your suppressor, your laser, and your EOTech holosight. And the laser should have been active right now. Yeah, it should have been active. So then in that case, I would have to go up here to fix that. So that means I would do like that. And then you just set the slot again. You do the scarl or whatever. You go to attachments, put on all of this, and when you exit out of that, oh yeah, forgot, this is, oh, it's a nil value. It's supposed to be model type. I forgot. Sorry about that, guys. So now, when we did that, I think it should have been model, and then attachment stub.active. So basically, what I've done is I've made it so where the attachment will literally like turn on if it's like already been on. So now I'll do like this, put all the attachments on, turn on the night laser, then go back to the scarl, and it should have turned on by now. Interesting. So active was actually supposed to be true, like this. So then if I did that, it still turns off. Well, it's okay. I don't think that part is important. So I'm going to take out the preview and keep it off. So there you have it. We have our attachments now. The next thing I'm going to work on, however, is camos. Camo catch. This is what's going to be used to store the data about what camo you have. And in fact, that's pretty easy, I would say. So here's how it works. Camo equals, just say this, or actually make it like this. ID equals this, and then you have all your extra data right there. Then you would do function catches set, and it will just return the table. So then you've got everything you would possibly need to make this work. So the next thing we'll do is camo, or actually it should be the name of the camo. So yeah, let me just make it the name. Name, and I'll just do name, and then just do that name. Yeah. And then the next thing I'll do for this is I will apply it. So in that case, if we're going to apply it, we go to this, we do camo, add weapon, and then local current camo equals, let's see, camo, let me find out if there's any camos. I think there are. So let me just find out if I can find the list. So I think it's in the weapon image. So you would have the weapon image here. And let's see, camo. If, in fact, back that up for a minute. If camo dot name equals catches get camo from catch weapon dot name, then camo, okay, not camo, but like camo apply, and then we'll do like weapon, and then camo apply weapon image, and hold on, let me just figure out if there's any other parts that I missed. So let's see if we can find that. Get rid of this error. Here we go. Camo apply, and you just put in the weapon. So it's good. And that's it in terms of the camo apply. So then I'll do camo button dot use button dot mouse button one click connect function camo, or actually catches set camo, and then we'll do weapon camo dot name, and then just an empty table for that, and then that should be good. So, yeah, that should be good. Anyways, I'm going to test it and see if it works. And then if that's done, I'll probably end it here in terms of attachments and camos. For like the mechanics. Then we got that. Gonna add on a attachment here, night laser, EOTech, and the 7mm suppressor. And another thing that I forgot about that I was supposed to tell you guys I was going to do is the restrictions on what attachments you can put on the gun. So I'll actually figure that out in a minute. So, and the camo didn't apply for some reason. Interesting. Let's look at that again. So we did everything we could. So camo.name, catches get camo. So, interesting. Camo. Yeah, we did that. See, the camo is, even though it's blank, it's not supposed to be blank. So we did use button, camo.name, weapon. So then we did set camo down here. And it's kind of weird why that happened. And excuse me, sorry. So get camo from catch, camo apply weapon, camo apply weapon image. It's kind of weird why that would occur. So, I just wonder why. Because, that's not what I was going for. I mean, sheesh. Even though this is a good system, it's like you want it to be high quality. And this is kind of high quality if you look at it properly. So, I don't know. So I added the weapon. I think it's not in the list. Because it's supposed to be catched. So, I mean, all the attachments work and everything, but the camos, that's the problem. Right there, the camo. So I set camo, weapon, camo.name, and then the table. And then I did here, the catches add weapon. Right? So then, get attachment from catch. Did that. But then what else did I do wrong? I think it's because, oh yeah. I'm going to try something here. So then I'm going to do that, and I'm going to get rid of this. And then I'm going to do that. Put that there. Add an end. And then I'm going to do break. So that it will break out of the loop. And see how that goes. It should be good. So, I'll do that. Camo, rust, add in a attachment, EOTech, night laser, suppressor. Scroll back, and it still does nothing. Oh wait, is a. Right, here's the problem. So if we look at this, weapon image actually is a module 3D object. So you do like that, object 3D. Yeah, I do use Module 3D for this, but I extended it so that it will work better. Like, not the old version, but the newer version. It's kind of like a mix. Anyways, I'm going to just put on the night laser and the suppressor. Then go back, select the Scarlet again, and it got the camo wrong. Apparently, the camo is wrong. So let me just look at that again. So go to camos. It was supposed to be this one. And then I'll just go back. It's still leafy. Gosh. It's leafy for some reason. I don't get why it's leafy. It shouldn't be leafy. That's not the camo that I was wanting in this case. But sometimes you just gotta, you know, fix it, I guess. Anyways, let's get back and fix that. So if we look here, we got the camo, but then, interesting. So you clicked it, right? Catches set camo. It's interesting why it didn't work. So the mouse button, one click, connect function. I mean, did we click it twice? Or is there something wrong with this? Because apparently, I didn't order the green leafy camo. But instead, it just uses... not really cool, if you ask me. So I'm going to do shot M60, put on the leafy camo, attachments, suppressor. No, you can't put the suppressor on there. You can only put the EOTech, which looks like this, on top of an M60. So then if I go back, it doesn't apply. Oh, right, the menu node. I haven't done the M60 yet, but it should be good. So let's just see if we can fix that. I'm going to go to Appearance Controller, or actually we'll fix it later. Right now I'm just going to worry about the attachments on the SCAR L or the M4. So I go here, and the deagle hasn't been done yet because unfortunately the sight was unintentionally welded to the bolt, which isn't a good thing if you want to like keep it still consistent and working. So let's see, suppressor. Okay, add that, and then go back to SCAR L, and it still adds on the leafy camo. Sad but interesting. I wonder why I did that though. Let's just see if we can fix that. So you look at camo button, and as we can see here, we've got the N, which is like the list of camos, and we've got this. So I'm wondering why it's not working. So let's see if we can use the camo counter. Or do we? Hold on. Still trying to figure this out. So, oh yeah, it's name. Right. Camo button, use button. camo button, use button, camo.name, and then the data. So, it's actually kind of weird why that would happen. So, camo.name, get camo from catch. Or actually, wait a minute. Catches get camo from catch, weapon.name. And then we did, I mean, you could use the ID, but the ID isn't really efficient here. That's the only problem. Like, whenever I did this, it's like, you try to make it work, but then it doesn't work. It's kind of weird, if you ask me. Like, it works, but then it doesn't. It works, but then it does. It works, but then it doesn't. It works, but then it does. Odd. If you ask me, it's odd. So, yeah. I mean, sheesh. Everything is odd these days. But that's just how it is. Anyways, looks like I don't have any dropped frames so far. And I am live, which is weird. But, this should have been going on for almost 2 hours now. Interesting. Like, did it restart or something? I don't get what happened. Let me refresh the page. So, obviously it's like Twitch just did something absolutely weird. I've been streaming for about it's weird. I mean, I've been streaming for like an hour and something, but then something else happens that's not very good. So, what does that constitute? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What does it constitute? It constitutes nothing but trouble. Anyways, I think I'm going to not worry about that, and I'm actually going to do the whole thing, per se. I mean, I've been streaming for like, sheesh, an hour, but there's a big problem. I mean, I don't get it. Anyways, let's just get back to what we were supposed to be doing. So we're supposed to be fixing the camo. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the name is supposed to be changed when you set the camo. But there's a problem. This doesn't set it. So, what do we do? I'm trying to think. How would you fix a problem with a camo? A camo button. So, I mean, camos, name, I think it's get available camos. In fact, I think I'm going to print the name. Yeah, I'm going to print it so that you guys can see it. So print catches get camo from catch weapon dot name, and I'm going to press play. because on this thing it's just weird. That's all I can say. It's really weird why this happens, and I just don't get it. Wow. Like, I've been streaming for like an hour and the thing shut down. It's crazy. On Twitch's end, it's shut down. So let's see. Scarl. Put on this one. And then put on the attachments. This, and possibly this. Scroll back. And it still does Leafy, which is absolutely weird. You know? Like, just look at it. It's weird why Leafy is like that when it shouldn't be there. Like, honestly, I don't get why. So this was supposed to be, oh, line 83. So it was right here. So I wonder, like, what is actually going on with this, you know? It's weird. And it has to stop, because it's not supposed to happen. I mean, even though I am a dev forum member, like, here's the problem with the system. It's like whenever the button is initialized from mouse button one click, it's like it does something unexpected, you know? So let's see what we have here. Let's see if we click the right camo for once. Alright, I'm going to try the M4 and go to autumnal. This is nil. And apparently the camo, oh wait, hold on. What am I doing? Title? Yep, title. That's what it was. I thought it was name. My bad. Camo.title. And then we do camo.title equals that, and we just apply it. Oops. Let me fix that real quick. And now we're going to try it out so that you guys can see it. So I'm going to do assault, Scarl. Hold on. Let me just click autumnal. And this is autumnal. Attachments, EOTech, night laser, suppressor. Scarl again. And whoa! Look at that! It works perfectly. See that? It's still got the camo that I chose from the last time I was in this view. It's got all the attachments, and you can do this. Something's wrong here. Okay, and then you can do like this. Interesting, isn't it? What if I were to change something? Change something real quick. For the suppressor, I was thinking maybe instead of the time position, it will be 0. Let's see if it actually plays right. So I'm going to do like this. Rust. Put on the attachment. EOTech night laser suppressor. That's what it was. It wasn't sounding too good earlier. Let me turn on the audio so you can hear it. Sounds just like that. See? And then if I go out of it, back, it still looks like this. Unless you clear it. And if you clear it, actually, that's one thing I have to implement. So if you clear the attachment, you just set it to nil. So in this case, you would do, well, not really nil for the camo. So here's what I would do. I would do camo catches, set camo, weapon, and then this, no data, catches, set camo, weapon, or actually, this is what I would do next. I would go up here and do this. And let me just add something in real quick. So, else, and this will also help to keep exploiters from getting attachments they don't own or have, because then it will set everything to nil if they try to do it. So else, alright, so actually self attachments args1 equals nil, or just equals nil, like that. And basically that'll set it. So let's see if we can go back to appearance controller and do this. So slot, or actually catches, set attachment slot, slot, wait, weapon, slot, nil. Go up. So then we do if attachment, then, and then we do else. We do this. Nil. And I think I'm going to actually have the slot in the other part. Like there's going to be 3 arguments instead of 1. So it'd be like slot, nil. And then that's done. So then we have attachment.name. And everything. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight to the attachment. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. There it is, right down here. So this cannot be here. Goes right there. So let's see if we can test it out and see if it works. So we're going to put the leafy camo on there and then go here, select attachments, that, and that. Go back. Attachments are on. Sorry about that. Clear my customizations. And it works. So basically, we've got everything done there. But now we need to work on some more. Now I wonder what's going on here, because it says 027. Huh, it's weird. I mean, I didn't expect this to actually happen, but it is. So, yeah. Anyways, I think I'm going to start packages in a few. So, get ready for that. And sit tight. You know? So let's get started on that. First thing I'm going to do to start attachments, or actually, am I done with attachments? Hold on, I think I'm done with attachments. Except for the M60, which also may get a bipod depending on if I can like weld the C-frames and everything together properly for the legs. So this is just a save game thing. I'm not even going to work with that. Hold on. I'm going to work with the probably work with the M60. So I'm going to take out the M60. And then I'm going to add on, like, let me just add on the, add the main site, no. Let me just take the barrel, or the main, and do that. So then this is the main. Then I'm going to put in the back here a little part and call it barrel node. Now this node will basically allow this to attach suppressors onto the M60. So that's good. And then the next part I have to do is this. We're going to take the probably the lid either the lid or actually not the lid. What am I doing? This is what we're going to do. We're going to take this, put this under here. Or actually, I can put it, I think, up here. I mean, it is a laser sight, but I think it's going to be up here instead. Now, if I were me, I'd probably work on rotating the part. So I'm going to do, let's just say the top surface was up here. I'm going to rotate that at least by 180 degrees. 180, and there we have it. So the bottom is what it's going to be facing, and we're going to call this under barrel node. Kind of like an under barrel node. It's actually an over barrel node, but who cares? It's attachments. So now I'm going to see if that works. And if it does, you should see something soon. So, yeah. Let's go to shock. M60. I'm going to add on a blue hexagons camo. Add on the EOTech sight. And maybe the night laser. Night laser goes back. Interesting. I'm going to make it go forward. And I'm also going to put it a little bit inside the gun. Or inside the barrel. So I'm going to the M60. I'm going to go to under barrel. Move this down a bit. Then see where the front is, which is in the back. Should be facing this way. And done. So I'm going to like press play, make sure it's all working, things like that. Go to assault, actually not assault, shock, because this is the LMG that we're talking about. And then we'll go to blue hexagons, attachments, EOTech, laser, And it looks much better now. See if we can, okay. Apparently it's starting to work. And I'm going to fire from the 7mm, or actually no, not that. Nope, not that either. I think this should be a suppressor for the M60. Let's fire it. It kind of aligns with the laser sight, but other than that, it looks good. That would kind of be like a cool loadout if you think about it. The EOTech, the laser sight, and then the suppressor. Then what if we wanted to put on the ACOG? Kind of would work. If you see that, it would possibly work. But then I think I'm going to just stick with the EOTech because it's better. So, yeah. Now let's see if that works. Sorry. It's like my nose is getting stuffed up. And it doesn't. Sorry guys, I'm just having a problem with my nose right now. And menu node. Interesting. This is menu node. But the node isn't there. It's kind of weird why there's no menu node. It should be there. Honestly. Let's see what we did. Oh wait, the gun doesn't have it. I know exactly why this is happening. So I'm going to take all these parts, copy them, and put them in the gun. Get rid of that, and that, and then replace it all with this, and boom, we've got it. So basically what I'm doing here is I am working with the assault loadout. And just keep it like that. And then I'm just going to go to the shock, and this is just a test as well. Kind of like a test. See if both weapons will save. So I'm going to put the blue on the M60, go to the attachments, and no suppressor. Yeah, that's better with the 7mm. And then go back to assault. Still does the same thing, so that part passed the test. Let's see if it does for the other one. Looks good. Looks really good, actually. A blue hexagon's camo on a weapon with a bunch of attachments on it. Looks really nice. And then the night laser, you can use it like this. Kind of like this. So, yeah. We've pretty much done it with attachments. I would actually love to declare this attachment series over. However, I still think that there are a few things left, such as restrictions. I'll probably add those as a side part to the, or like a side section or like segment to the packages series. But anyways, I think we should start on packages soon. Probably now could be the best time. I don't know what's optimal yet, But I believe now is a good time to work on that. Yeah, I believe it could be a good time to work on that. But who knows? Anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna take a little break before actually like getting into it, because it's gonna be gruelingly long. So yeah, and I'll be right back. So yeah. Alright guys, I'm back. And now I'm going to be working on packages. Just had to take a little breather or break just to, you know, stretch and stuff. It's not really easy working on something like this. But I've managed, you know? Anyways, let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is I am going to go to Inventory Service, Load of Packages Observer. So as you see last time, you were starting this off in response to like problems that I've had in the past with, you know, working on this kind of thing. And now what I'm going to do is that I am going to use this module right here, this API, to make the packages work. So now let's see what we can do. Well, there's one thing we can do. We need some UIs for this. So let's make them. Menu UI, put that in Starter GUI. And then we're going to have something up here or down here. Maybe something down here. Let's just see how big it is. The weapons. Okay, it's not that big. So now I'm just going to put down here a frame. Or is it a frame? Actually, I think it will be a frame. So let's see if we can find some decals for this. Oh, that's models. Sorry. Decals is what I meant to use. Sorry about that, if you saw that. Let's see if we can find a image. Let's see, save. This one looks nice, but I think I want to go with something that looks better. I mean, that disc looks good too, even though it has a bad background. Yeah, I'll just go with the one up here. Save. And is there anything else we could use? Not really. I think I'll just go with the save decal. Used it before and it's really good. It's the best one that I found. So I'm going to put in the frame an image button, or image label actually. And I'm going to make the frame size 0.250, 0.10. Then again, make it 0.075. Then put it down here as in 0.375. And I'll just make this 0.05 instead. No, that's even worse. 625. Okay, that's better. So then I'll just get rid of the border size pixel and then possibly keep the color? No, don't keep the color. The color doesn't matter. So I'm going to delete that. And now I'm going to take the image, make it 0.25010. Then again, 0.2 is a better one, or better size for the X scale. And then the transparency should be 1. Put in the image. Looks a lot better. Maybe customize the color a bit to maybe a... Oh, wait. Does that work? Nah. No, I got an idea. Maybe make that like that. It should be lightened a little bit. So I'm going to find another one. Like a disc. Like here's one that I found that was really good. I think it was either that one or the one right here. Yeah, I think it was this one. because if you, I remember it being in SAA3, like that's why I say it's like this one. So take that, move this, put that in there, and I'm going to make the color a lot different, maybe like yellow or greenish color. Or maybe this is better, a black color. But then again, that's not even good either. Yeah, that's better. Now I'm going to have to put in something for the disc to look like a disc should. So, actually not like a disc should, but I'm going to have to put in the text. So I'm going to call this icon. And then make the image transparency 1. So you can't see it until like it fades in. So then I'm just going to do text label. Make that 0.8010, and then put this over 0.2000. Then we'll get rid of the border size pixel and that, and then I'll make this like highway, and I'll do package recording saved. And then I'll make this not text scaled and do 24. No, 14 is better. Or actually, hold on. The size of this is 14, right? So what if I made this 16? Yeah, that's better. And then I'll just make this white. And nope, actually make that like this. Because it's going to be on a black background, so it's going to be like text saved or saved label. And then I'll do that. And then I have to make the text transparency 1 so that you can't see it. And then I'm going to call this, oh wait, I forgot, I have to put this down somewhere. 0.95, no, 0.93125, and then I'll do -10, and there we go. Now I'm going to call this recording package recording or package save notification. Or actually I'll call it PSR notification. Now if you don't know what PSR means, it means package save recording. And basically what that means is that it's just a recording of it and it's been saved. Just so you know. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to actually get started on working on the package recording. So let's get that ready. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go to these decals. I'm going to actually work on the, I'm going to put the notification in the loadout packages observer. And then I'll do function loadout packages observer get notification, and then here's what happens. So notification is going to be like this, or actually it will return save. It's going to be saved instead. So local notification equals, and actually, yeah, self.changes it should be in this instead. I'm not even going to use save because that is the same thing as change or record change. So notification, what should I do with this? Hold on, guys. I think I got a plan. So I'm going to do this. LPO dot interval equals, just say 10, or actually args 1. So for this I'm going to make it 10 when I get there. And then here's what we do. LPO.saved equals false if self, or actually tick minus LPO.start time equals tick. If tick minus start time or self.start time is divisible by self.interval, then let's see, the notification should be like this. You just create the notification, notification equals table notification.ui equals script.psr notification clone, and then notification dot say icon between. So here's what we do next. Notification local icon tinfo equals tinfo between.info.new, and in between info you do duration first, which will be like maybe hold on, guys. Let me go to the wiki and actually figure this out, because I want this to be a certain way when I do it. So I'm going to go to the wiki. Actually, the wiki is right here. No, that's not the wiki. It's the developer forum. So now I'll go to the wiki, and then I'll find between info, and then I do, let's see, time, easing style, easing direction, reverses. Only supposed to be repeated once, or actually repeated 0 times, but it does reverse. And the delay will be like 5 seconds. So in that case, I'll do, let's just say, let me just say 5 seconds, or not even 5 seconds, like 1.5 seconds. And then we do enum.easingstyle dot, just say, sine, enum.easingstyle, easing direction.in, and then we do, see, repeat count is next, which is actually going to be 0. Reverses is true, and the next thing that's going to happen is it's going to be, the delay is going to be like 5 seconds. So then we do local tween goals, or icon goals, equals this. Image transparency equals 0. And then local, and then icon tween is this. So it's going to be like, oh yeah, and I forgot, we require tween service. Tween service equals game get service tween service. And we do tween service create. And I think after I create this one, I'll probably be taking a break, because I don't know what's wrong with me right now. So notification UI dot icon, and then we do icon tinfo icon goals, and then I'll do this. I'll do the other one, which is the text goals. So that means sorry, it's just me. Text transparency is 0, and then we just do that. Of course, we got text tinfo and text goals. So now we just put in text goals, and then we do notification UI. Let's save. I think it's called saved label. Yeah, it's saved label. Label, and then text tinfo, and then we're going to call this text tween, and then we return notification. So now do self.saved equals true, and basically that's it. So now next thing I gotta do is I gotta initialize it. But first, I'm going to take a little break because I'm having a little problems here. But I'm gonna just take a little break and I'll be right back. So yeah, be right back. Alright guys, I'm back, and now I think we will start on the notification. So, with that being said, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to work on is actually going to be the, first thing I'm actually going to work on is going to be the notifications. So we're going to have to add in the object. So I'm going to be like inventory service dot loadout package observer equals require script loadout package observer, which is observer. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the deployment container and this. In fact, I'm going to have to use binding service for this. So here's what I'll do. Local binding service equals required storage binding service. And then I'm going to have to add local player game players local player is going to go in here, and then what we do next is we grab inventory service equals require storage inventory service, and inventory service or local LPO equals inventory service dot package observer dot new, and let's just see where it's at here. Or actually, here's what we can do. We're just going to set this to local. Alright. And then binding service dot listen. And then we do server. No, wait, not server. Gotta remember this, I'm serious. This, unlike remote service, does not listen to server or client events, mainly because it uses bindable events, or just specifically 3 bindable objects. Not 1, 3. It's better that way, because then everything will be in sync. So now, here's what we're going to do next. The next thing I'm going to do is that I am going to do send and do start recording or LP recording. And then it has a function, and then the function is like this. You just do LPO, okay, if not LPO, then LPO equals loadout, or actually inventory service dot loadout package observer dot new, and then we put in, well, let's just see, we put in the interval. So in that case, this is like the global script. It manages the global stuff of the loadout. So it'll be like, let's just say 10. So then we've got that. And then we, oh, and another thing I forgot is that we have to put in some bindables. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break here just to find that, and I'll be right back. So sit tight. Alright guys, I finally got it. So, what I've done was, there was some code that I had to find in which involves actually setting up the bindable service module. And basically how it works is this. So let me explain it. When you have bindable service, you usually want to have like a local copy of the bindables because you're doing it on the client. So it's copied to the player. And then after you've done that, you just start it like this. Remote service doesn't require this, and all you have to do is just start the client. You know, they're kind of like the same thing, but they're different in a lot of ways. So anyways, I got this, the LP recording, and all I have to do is find the button. So if recording package, then we do that. And then we do, oh yeah, I forgot, you gotta have binding service. So let's grab that. And I may show you that thing that I was talking about last time that involves load string. So sit tight for that if you want to see it. So I'll do player and binding service dot send start LP recording and let's see how that went. Yep, that's good. LP recording, and I think I'm going to add something into the packages observer so that it will say recording. So it'll be like print recording package a new package. So let's see how it works. Oh, I forgot to put the GUI back. Before you test this, I would suggest putting it back if you were to have a copy of it. Or any GUI, if you had to like copy it over using replicated first from replicated storage, you would put it back in replicated storage after you're finished designing it. So, yeah. Recording package, recording a new package. So there we go. It's recording my package now. Now in order to do that, here's what we got to do. We gotta... Oh wait, I forgot another thing. We don't need this. So I'm going to delete that. I'm actually going to do this. For every change, it's not going to involve that. So basically whenever you change something, you do that. Now for the gun appearance, it's going to be a different story. So now what I have to do is I have to add an event in which will allow me to set certain things. Let's see. Make change function name value. So basically, if LPO record change return LPO record change. This is going to be fetch because you're returning something. LPO record change, and that would be what? Name and value, of course. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to do, let's just say, oh wait, it's up here. Name, value, done. Simple. So then I'll do this. Whenever you click a button, like you have a slot, and then you'll do if recording package, then binding service dot fetch local notification equals binding service dot fetch, and then you'll do make change, which will probably be more specific later, and then I'll do package, or actually not package, slot name, and then we have the weapon item. Weapon item if notification, then we do notification.ui.parent equals deployment UI, and then notification dot, let's say, icon tween play. Notification, since it's a tween instance, you would usually use play if you wanted to play the tween. So we got text tween play, and then notification dot text tween dot completed wait, and there we go. But I'm actually going to put this down here. And do notification dot UI destroy, and then I'm going to do spawn for the whole thing. Got to make sure you have that, because you got to remember this is waiting on something, and we sure as hell do not want to wait on something that takes longer than less than a second in this button when we have other weapons to choose, especially if the match, or like the match that it's going to, is going to be starting in like maybe less than 10 minutes. Like if it has a set time for you to customize your loadout and stuff, and the match is going to be starting after that time's up, it's best to have a spawn thing. You don't want to keep people waiting too much. I mean, I know time is a really good component for gameplay in certain occasions, but it can also be taxing if it's used to like degrade the experience or the UX of the player, of the game, and make the player's gameplay experience hard. Anyways, let's just test this out and see if it works. So I'm going to click record package, select the carbine. Okay, icon tween. So I gotta find icon tween. Interesting. So I return notification, right? So then we got icon tinfo, text tinfo. Oh gosh. Forgot all about that. Notification icon tween equals tween service create notification UI icon tinfo icon goals. There we go. And then we're done with the notification. Let's see, I'll select the salt. Image transparency. Oh wait, that's right. there is no image transparency on a frame. So it'll be .icon. Forgot about that. So now we've got that done. Now let's see. Hold on, guys. Just gotta answer something. Yeah, and by the way, if you guys are wondering if the stream will ever end, it's gonna end soon. But right now, I'm just working on the thing. So let's see. I'm gonna record a package. ScarL. Did it record? Huh, that's weird. Oh, there we go. But it's still got a problem with the tweening. So let me tune that real quick. I'm going to set that to 0.5. Same thing for this. And there should be a 5-second delay. That's weird. There's no 5-second delay in this. I'm going to actually have to fix this. So let me look at tween info. So after reaching its goal, yeah, it repeats. So then it reverses. Oh, that's the delay for the repeated one. So the repeat count. Interesting. So in that case, here's what we're going to do. Icon tween in is going to be this. Info in, icon goes in. So it's going to be in. Everything's going to be in. Now out is different. So I'm going to make this false. Out is going to be different. Oops. Wrong code. So it's going to be out. Goes out. Okay, and then this is going to be 1. Same thing with the text info. So let's do this. Take this, put this in. It's going to be out. And the same thing with this. Info goes out, whatever. Text info in. It's going to be this. Make this false. 5 seconds. And then copy this again. Make it out. Text goes out. 1. Text goes out. And actually it's in. Sorry. This is good. Tween. Text tween in. Text tween or text goes. Text t info out actually. And then text goes out. Save label. And boom. Text tween out. It's going to be this. And this is going to be in actually. Sorry about that. It's supposed to be in, not out. This text goes out, out, and done. So now we go back to the loadout menu of deployment container, and then we do text tween in, and this. Wait 5. And then we'll do that. Notification. and then we'll do in and out, out, completed, wait, text tuning out, and the same thing with text tuning in, and then we're done. We're absolutely done. So now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually see if this will work. Hold on, wait for it. Okay. So it does it. After 5 seconds, you should see something. And boom. Same thing with this. I'm just selecting 2 things. And it does it. So basically you've got 2 things selected. So let's see. There is a slight problem though that we'll fix next time when we do this. And yeah. Hold on guys. I'm gonna have to see if I can fix it now. Actually, we'll fix it now. Yeah. So let's see. If item does not equal weapon. So I'm going to take this. Or actually, I'm going to take this. And then we'll do this. So we got the weapon. And then we have to get the slot and all that stuff. So in order to do that, actually, yeah, we'll fix it next time, because right now it's kind of you know, weird. I mean, it's not that hard to actually work on it per se, but I would say that this, the part that I'm talking about, has to involve some server-sided stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's all server-sided, and when you've got something that's server-sided, it's kind of hard to work with. So next time, we'll do that. Anyways, guys, my name is Erados12. I think I'm going to probably end it here. I don't know if I should. Let me know in the chat what you guys want to see next in this episode. And if you guys feel like maybe I should just end it here, I'll end it here. So, yeah. I mean, the remote function or events are already embedded, though. They're embedded in this, like, there's only 3 of them being used. Fetch, send, and I think it's called bounce. There's a bounce function in there, but it's only for like firewall client stuff. And another thing about it is that in order for me to make that, I would have to like find the source code and stuff, because in my other game I had the same thing. But the problem is, if I were to do that, I would have to like validate it and stuff, so that it doesn't like get hacked very easily. So, I think I'm going to probably not end it here, because I feel like there's still more to go. Maybe like for another 30 minutes to an hour, I can work on something else. Or maybe you guys can see what I made with the load string, if you guys want. So, yeah. So let's just go over a recap what is actually in this menu. So when you go to this, you have to select like maybe a meta class, or in this case, it's a category of weapons. and I was going to select assault, and then you select your weapon. To like if you wanted to customize it, you would right click the button, but if you want to select it, you would left click. And then for camos, you can select any of these 18 camos. Probably going to select Leafy for this one. See how it all looks. And then the next thing I'll do is click this. It opens up a menu. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. So the menu is like this. I'm going to select attachments, add on an EOTech hollow sight, a night laser, and maybe a 5mm suppressor. I gotta see which one actually uses it because I'm supposed to add restrictions, which I'll probably do in this episode. So, and another cool thing you can do with this is with the suppressor, you can fire the gun and see how it sounds. For the night laser, you can do this, which actually, it actually like uses the laser. And actually, games can get hacked as well. Like, not this, but I'm saying that, like, one user said that games will be hacked anyways. Well, that's true. There's nothing that's ever secure. Which is why I'm probably going to add validation in the next episode. And if you wanted to turn the night laser off, you can just do like that. ACOG scope, you can also change it. It's interchangeable, as you can see here. Same thing with the suppressors. Now this scope you can't use on this gun. It only goes on AKs and Dragunov rifles, like it says down there. See? And if you wanted to clear stuff and you felt like it wasn't working, which I'll show you next, you can click this button, but watch this. Hold on. Everything was saved. It's cached, meaning that it's also saved, so that you can come back to it later and modify it. And then if you want to clear it, does that, which also is saved. So then if you wanted to open up the menu, and you wanted to close the menu, you just do that. So now I'm going to go back here, and then the record package, it just records a package. You just select a weapon. And there should be 2 of those things. Yeah, there's 2 of them. It should have been like spawned or something. Like maybe there should have been a delay. Or like a debounce. But I think it's going to be just good as it is. So, yeah. Anyways, I think I'm going to work on restrictions. Now, what do I mean in terms of game design as restrictions? I don't mean making gameplay harder or loadouts harder to customize to where you can't really do a darn thing with it. But I do want to have some restrictions in the game. I mean, not in the game, but in the loadout menu for certain guns in terms of attachments. Like, for example, Dragunov scopes, like the PSO1, 4x scope, or 4x magnification scope, is like not supposed to go on a Scar H. It's supposed to go on AKs and Dragunovs. The EOTech can go on any weapon except for a few shotguns. Same with the ACOG scope. And another thing is, you don't put them on pistols. You don't put the EOTech on a deagle, unless it's a smaller version of the main EOTech scope. So, let me see if I can find a guide on how to make these attachments work. So let me see if I can find it. I think it's up here. So basically, according to this, and you might not see it, but that's because I'm reading it, it says 5mm suppressors are supposed to go on the Scar L, the AKS-74U, the L86, M16, and M4. But then, if you think about it, the 7mm is only supposed to go on the Scar H, L96, AK, the original AK, the RPK, the G3, and the Dragunov. So then where's the thing for the M60? Well, the M60 can fit EOTechs, but it can't fit suppressors. And actually, I have a little question for you guys. Can suppressors go on the M60, and what suppressor actually goes on the M60? If you tell me in the chat, then I can actually be able to get a new suppressor into this menu or system next episode, so that we can, still be able to have barrel attachments on the M60. So yeah. So let's see if we can achieve that goal. Anyways, let's get back to work as well. So let's see if we can find out how to do this. So let's see, we've got the SCAR-L, the AKS, the L86, the M16, and the M4. Most of them are assault rifles except for the L86. This is a battle rifle. This is a sniper. This is an AK, or assault rifle. That's an LMG. That's a battle rifle. That's a DMR. So the 7mm goes on many different guns. It's just that the only gun that's actually an assault rifle in this category is the AK. And it's probably because its cartridge is high damage. If you think about it, the high damage makes the AK able to fit a suppressor big enough to actually have a 7.62 times 39mm bullet go straight through it. So if you think about that, that's one thing to note when trying to put attachments on, but then have restrictions on what kind of attachment you use. Like, for example, it's kind of weird to see an assault rifle in that category for the 7mm. Usually you would expect battle rifles, snipers, and LMGs to fit that kind of thing. And some DMRs. But then we got the 9mm, which is mainly pistols, or small arms. So you've got G17, G18, M9, MP5A2, MP5K, MP5A5, MP5SD, and G34. Most of these are pistols. Actually, half of these are pistols. Half of them are SMGs or PDWs. 45 cal is different. That's like a pistol round. So you have G37, 1911, USP, and then you have only one SMG, which is the Thompson. 50 cal has only one pistol, and that's the Deagle. So with that being said, let's just see what we can do. Maybe there's something we can do, maybe there's something we can't do. We honestly don't know what we're supposed to do. So, yeah. It's kind of awkward just to be doing this, but there's always a chance for anything. So, let's just see what we can do. Yeah, I'm going to see what we can do. So the next thing I'm going to actually do is I'm going to figure out how the restrictions should be. And if you guys want me to add that on next time, I will. I'll just extend the series just to be a little bit. But then again, who knows? Anyways, let's just put in attachment restriction, which will be right here. Local attachment restriction equals that. And then attachment restriction dot index. I mean, it could be well, actually, I don't think we need any methods for this. So I'm going to do dot new instead. Now, if you're wondering what this is, it's metatable or class, and this is the constructor for it. So then local attachment R equals this. Attachment R dot name equals that, or equals args1. That's going to be the first argument. So let's see, local args equals this, and then attachment R. Oh, in fact, here's what we do. We're going to actually set the first arguments first. Yeah, it's going to actually set the first amount of arguments first, because I want to make sure that this thing is still able to do its job, but in a different way. So what do I mean by that? Well, let me tell you. Whenever you have, for example, a metatable that involves a list of items in which are, let me just say this. So whenever you have a list of items, you want to make sure that those items are able to be processed carefully. Like, you can't just go about, making things like that. Like, let me just say this. For example, the attachment restriction object has an array in which is really special. That's not just any old array. That makes up one big and key method in this object, the concatenation method. It also makes up the index method, and possibly could make up the length method. See, there's a lot of things you got to consider. And what do I mean when I say method? I mean meta methods. Meta methods are basically, you know how you can add tables or add like vector 3s? Like that. Operations, operators. They call them operators in C++, from what I've learned in college. But in this case, it's called meta methods. So this one is going to have many different meta methods working with it to make sure it's really versatile. Meaning, not only can you just get the value from there and don't have to like go inside the table causing overhead problems, you can also like add on certain restrictions in case, like, let's just say there's a new gun in which you can only use it on. So it's actually, the restriction is actually known as a attachment whitelist. But then again, who knows? So the next thing I'm going to do is this. Attachment R. Oh yeah, we got the weapon already, which is the name. So then attachment R dot weapons equals this. And then for, let's just say I equals 1, actually I equals 2, number of args do. If args I, then attachment R dot weapons, the number of this over length of that table plus 1 equals args I. Now remember, what this means here is that the rest is going to actually be inside of a, let me say, it's not going to be really in a table, but the rest of it is going to be inside of the weapons thing. You just specify the name of the weapon, or actually the name of the attachment, and then you specify the weapons that can use it. And there's going to be a really special GUI for displaying or telling you when that weapon doesn't work with that. It'll probably say something like weapon restricted, or, things like that. Anyway, I think I'm going to actually probably finish this off next time, because it's already 4:27, if you didn't know. And yeah, it's already 4:27, so probably gonna finish up by like 4:30ish, somewhere around that range. And yeah, so let's see if we can try to get this done, or at least this part. So then, once you got all the arguments, you would do return set meter table, attachment R, attachment restriction, and then return attachment restriction. It's not finished because apparently I'm still missing some important meter methods. Function attachment restriction index. Or actually it's like underscore index. And then you do K. So then if type of K equals number, then oh, and by the way, I have to get the table. Local weapons equals, oh yeah, raw get self weapons. If this is a number, return weapons number, or actually K. Else if type of K equals string, then if K equals attachment name, then return self dot name. So there you go. That's the index. Now here's a concatenation. Attachment result, or actually attachment restriction. Concat K G value. So let's see. If type of V equals string, then if V, then that's in case someone tries to hack it and make it nil. Then we do self dot weapons, self dot weapons plus 1 equals weapons, or equals V. Return self. And there you have it. You've got yourself the concatenation to the point where it actually works now. So the next thing I'm probably going to focus on could be something. I don't know what it should be, but I know it's going to be something else. Probably, I don't know. I think this is good as it is. But maybe I can do function attachment restriction length, and I'll do return attachment or self weapons function attachment restriction, and the last one was the toString. toString return hold on, local result equals this, and we do for, and then we do v in pairs, self.weapons do, if v then result equals result dot dot v dot dot if, in fact, like this if I is less than number of self.weapons, then so equals result dot dot, then comma, you put an equal sign there, and then I'm going to put this right in here. So there you have it. You've got yourself a trying to think about what this is, but there you have it. You have like a string that you can use to like see what kind of weapons are in there. So return result, and done. There we have it. We have all the methods we need. Now the methods are going to be used for like determining which weapons are which, you know, if these weapons even qualify, things like that. And yeah, so there we go. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to continue working on the restrictions next time, and that will be the last part of the series. So in that case, my name is Erados12, and I will see you next time. So cheers.